All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome to the Sunday Night Charts with Jim of All Trades. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Let's see if I can get the screen working. Oh, man. Hold on one second, guys. Getting the Bitcoin chart pulled up. There we go. There it is. Got it. Okay, there it is, guys. All right. Chart's looking a bit bearish, but we're going to talk about the only hope I see for the chart, but the weekly chart's not looking very good at all, guys. So we're going to talk about it, and I'll just show you what I'm seeing in the charts. Guys, I'm an Elliott Wave trader. I look at the chart through a lens of Elliott Wave theory, which looks at the market through a lens of 5s and 3s, okay? And then we trade accordingly, guys, but I don't trade Elliott Wave ideas. What I'm here to do is analyze structure with you tonight, guys. I'm going to analyze structure with you, and I'm going to show you what I see from Elliott Wave theory, and we'll talk about the bullish count, if there is one. We'll talk about the bearish count, if there is one, and we'll go from there. Hope you guys are doing well. Don't forget, I'm not here to give you financial advice. I would never do that. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy looking at a chart on Sunday nights with you. So let's jump in. Hope you're well. Okay, Keith, what's up, buddy? No, Moon Boy, come on, man. Come on, have a little bit of hope. There is a little hope on the charts. I'm going to try to give you a little hopium. But yeah, what's up, Kimo Sabi? How you doing, buddy? I hope you're well. Good to see you, man. Pop your head in the Discord a little bit more often if you would. We'd love to see you around. Miss you. What's up, Mr. Camel? How are you doing? Joe Coco. I love your name. Love it. What's up, buddy? Good morning. Hey, Ricky. Evening, man. Hope you're well. Dave, the Sage. He's on the stage. What's up, buddy? Glad you're here as well. Well, Dave, did I make a call months ago? I did certainly talk about the potentiality for the bearish counts, but now it's looking more and more bearish. So we're going to talk about what we're expecting to see out of price action here. And microphones in Tuboka. In Tuboka. I don't know how to say your name, but and it's not microphones, my bad. It's Micah Hones. I don't know how to say it, buddy, but no, yeah, I think your comment is a little snarky if I'm reading it right. But anyway, yeah, you shouldn't have sold everything in May of 2021. In fact, you don't sell at lows, you sell at highs. And guys, we're at highs here, and we have wave structure that is pointing to being finished. We'll talk about what we're looking. Yes, in that weekly chart is really bad. Decrypto. That was a bad weekly close. It was not a good weekly close at all. So we'll talk about what I'm seeing here on the weekly time frame, on the 3-day, on the daily. We'll look at what's going on there, and we'll do some macro analysis, and we'll just talk about it, guys. But let's jump in. Hope you're well. It is 9:06. Let the technical analysis begin, guys. This is a place of rational TA. What does that mean? It's a place where we don't get bull boy, we don't get bear boy. We get bullish when it's time to be bullish. We get bearish when it's time to be bearish, okay? Now, I would say this, that there is a chance in this zone, in this area, that we get a little bit of a bounce, but guys, I don't know that I'm expecting a big bounce, but I'll talk about what kind of bounces could happen and could take place, and that how to know what you see, or what with what you see on the chart, how bullish or how bearish should you start getting, okay? So I'm going to give you all the signs to do your own analysis. If you want to understand how I look at the charts and how I trade, you want to go through my educational course, love to have you in the Discord if you need daily analysis on the wave structure and to know where we're going on a daily basis. Then I'd love to have you in the Discord as well. That's those are the main things. Plus, you get a community of traders to trade alongside of. And so you're not alone in this tough crypto space. So if you're alone out there and you don't have a group a community of traders around you, then come on into the Gym of All Trades Discord. We are as balanced as can be. We're not bull boy. We're not bear boy. We're just even keel. We stay even keel on the bullish days and on the bearish days, and we just trade it both ways. So if you want to learn how to do that, come on in. Love to have you. Okay? Let's see. Yeah, is Ethereum going to fall under 2K? Yeah, yes. Market structure is a bit of a wreck for sure. Very bearish on. We got a very bearish structure here on Ethereum. Doesn't mean we can't get a bounce, and we're not due for a bounce, really. But yeah, everything is not looking good. This is not what's happening here. Is not a good sign. Okay, but we are due for a bounce of significance. But I haven't seen any kind of capitulation volume. I haven't really seen the kind of volume I would like to see. But we'll talk about volume analysis as well. Okay. All right, guys. Let's jump into the analysis. Let's look at it. All right. So why is Jim more bearish than I have been? I've been about neutral, but leaning bearish over the last couple of weeks, and now I'm kind of all but confirmed bearish. Let me say it that way. We are on the precipice of a confirmation of a bearish look on the chart, but it's not 100% confirmed, and there is a chance for the bulls. Okay, so let's talk about it. When I look at a chart like this, I'm looking at this and saying, okay, what we've got here is on the macro, we've got basically 3 impulses, 5 moves. Okay. There's 5 waves right there. That's 5 waves. Now, when I look at each of these waves individually, we need to see 5 waves in each of those as well, and we do. I'm not going to worry about wave 1. Let's just look at wave 3 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's 5 waves. And the 5th wave, you've got a clear delineation here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I think what we've been looking at over the last couple of weeks and really over the last month or two is the scenario of flagging out for a small wave 4 and then looking for a wave 5. What's the problem is this structure has gotten out of proportion. The proportionality is all wrong for this to be a wave 4 of a 5th. Okay, let me dive into that statement and explain what I mean, okay? Because I know a lot of people are looking at this saying, hey, this is just 3-wave pullback looking for the next pop. And I say, yeah, that's possible, but is it likely? Is it probable? And I say, probably not. Okay, now let me explain to you why I don't like it. That doesn't mean, let me just say this, that doesn't mean crypto can't come back and take the top out here. There are ways that we can come and take the top out and revisit the all-time high without being bullish. Okay, we're going to talk about that moment in a little bit. But the point is, when we talk about a wave count, we're talking about 5 waves. Okay, when you look at this and you say, okay, here's wave 1, there's wave 2, there's wave 3, there's wave 4, looking for wave 5. In each of those waves, in each of 1, 3, and 5 waves, wave 2 and 4 are corrective, wave 1, 3, and 5 are impulsive. As you look at those waves, you should see an internal wave count of 5 waves in each of those ways. So when I zoom out to the daily, just kind of zoom out a little bit, you can say, okay, I got 5 waves internally right here. Okay, there's 5 waves, and it's an internal 5. Good. Then I have an internal 5 waves here as well. And the question is, do I have an internal 5 waves here? And we never know until it's finished. We really never know if we have that internal 5 or not until it's finished. There's 1. There's 2. Now, this is tricky here, but we're going to say this is 3 up to here. Let me get my RSI on there. There we go. Perfect. So we've got 1, 2. We're going to say 3 up to there. That's wave 4 to there. And that's wave 5, potentially. Potentially. Now, again, there is a bullish hope, but we're going to talk about what it is and isn't. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. You have an internal wave 5, and you have a proportionality to that count. In other words, wave 4 is proportional to wave 2. Okay, wave 1, 3, and 5 all have the proper proportionality between each other. The problem is when you say, no, Jim, this is wave 4 to here, and wave 5 needs to still go. The problem with that count is that the proportionality of this structure does not look proportional to the rest of the wave. It looks too big. It's too big. So that's part of my issue here. That's part of my problem, is that this wave has gotten too big. Now, sometimes you can get deep retraces of wave 4, okay? And looking on the weekly, for instance here, let me just replay this and get one candle out of there. Boom, right there. So on this weekly close right here, on that weekly close, had we closed like this and this week wicked down and back up to continue on, okay, so if the next weekly candle was also wicked and back up, that can happen in wave structure, okay, where you have a big move down. It's quite deep comparatively, but the candle doesn't close. It's stop huntish. And you say, okay, boom. And then we would look for another move to the upside and say, yeah, we've got some proportionality here. But we just had the weekly close happen, okay? And the weekly close was a bearish engulfing candle, okay? Huge, solid, red candle. Okay. And that's not good. It's not a good candle. It's a very bearish candle. It's solidifying that this structure to the downside is here. This wick that you see has been filled, and the bearishness has been near confirmed. Okay, that's what this candle's showing. And that this structure is just too big for me to say, man, Jim, when you look at this wave, does this look like a wave 4 of this wave? And the answer is no. In fact, the size of this wave here is compared to the size of that wave. And if you're saying this is wave 4, okay, of the entire move, then this can't be proportional and the same size as the wave 4 of the previous of the larger degree, because this is a wave 4 of a smaller degree. This is the wave 4 of the 5th wave. It should be smaller in size, and it's not. It's not. It's the same proportional look. So one of the things that I look at as a wave structure analyst is, guys, I'm looking at this wave and I don't like how big it is. So it's leading me away from this being a wave 4 and now looking for a wave 5. It's leading me away from that. Now, is it possible that that's still, regardless of whether Jim is looking at that as a wave 4 and looking for a wave 5? Yeah, absolutely. The market does stuff we don't expect or we don't understand or that we don't like as Elliott wave traders. It does stuff like that all the time. So just because I have an opinion about this wave structure and say, listen, this wave structure is larger than normal, it is out of proportion, and it doesn't look right, does not mean that it can't be so. All right? It doesn't mean that. It totally, you need to understand, it could be so. We could be going up, but I'm telling you that the wave structure has to change and has to do something now to prove to me that it's bullish. I have bullish ideas, And I have some concepts of how this wave could go up. But I got to see those starting to happen before Jim gets bullish again. So I'm bearish. I lean bearish now. I was about as neutral as I could be 2 weeks ago. Last week's price action, I did not do a live last week, but last week's price action was not good. And the weekly close confirmed that it wasn't good with how deep things went. It was good until this week's close. We were okay until this week's candle close. And now it's like, I'm really looking at this and I'm not so excited from a wave structure standpoint. Now, do the bulls have hope? Yeah, the bulls have hope. There's a possibility here. I think it's unlikely. But here's a possibility for you. That this wave right here is a wave 4 of a third wave. Now this is the bulls' only real hope. So one of the things I'm saying to you is that this no longer to me is a wave 4 of a fifth wave. Okay? It can't, I don't think it's that. However, can we alter our count and say, could this be a wave 1, 2, and now all of this was wave 3, and this is wave 4, okay? Or there's more wave 4 to come. This is wave 4 of a larger degree, still looking for wave 5. And I'm saying, yes, that right there is the bullish hope right there. That's the bullish hope. That this flags out for a wave 4 to finish. I think it needs to be bigger and longer. I think it needs to be bigger than that, or at least as big. It's not quite. I mean, it's as deep, but as far as time is concerned. And then I'd like to see that structure get swallowed up in some kind of a big complex correction that even dips could dip down here. Okay, price could dip down here, but only after it goes sideways for quite a bit. Only after that, like right now, like for instance, we could get a bounce now, and that would be fine for me to even get a bounce back up to 104K, 105K. That would be great. I'll show you that on a smaller time frame. But then stay up here for a while, come down to the fourth of the previous degree, maybe see this trend line hold. So maybe this just wicks down to the zone and then back up, and then it flies for its final phase. Now, I don't know if that's going to play or not, but that's the bullish hope right there. That's what that right there is the structure I would be looking for if I was trying to hold on to hope that this is bullish, that this is somehow a wave 4 of the third, that we're going to recount. We're going to recount this thing as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's wave 5 of the third wave. Now, I don't think that's the case. I don't like that count. I'm not looking for that count, but I'm going to at least have that set aside as one of my alternate counts that says it's an out there on the outskirts of my ideas. I'm going to at least leave room for the possibility that that's the case in my mind, so that I'm able to trade this wave if it plays. Chemo, that's exactly right, man. I mean, that's the change in behavior we would need to see. We need to see a daily candle. We need to see a daily candle close that counteracts this bearish candle. So we'd like to see a daily candle here. And then we'd like to see next week close with a higher low. And then we'd like to see the next week close, or the next couple of weeks begin to close with higher lows, right? Hopefully higher highs with them. But we can start with some higher lows. I'm okay with a couple of doji candles here with some higher lows, maybe some inside bars here that begin to get progressively more bullish. All right. So, looking at the RSI on the weekly, what we expect to see when we see a wave 3 finish going into a wave 4, followed by a wave 5, okay, what we expect to see is the RSI max out with when I say max out, just get really overbought, okay, on wave 3. We expect to see wave 3 get overbought, okay. Wave 4 should create hidden bullish divergence. And then wave 5 should create a higher high in price, a lower high in the RSI, creating regular bearish divergence on the chart. That's what we should see. Let me show you previous wave 3. Okay, here's a previous wave 3 high right there. And you see how it maxed out, okay, in the RSI on wave 3. And it has some internal divergence right here as it was maxing out. That's perfect. That's what you look for the top of wave 3. Wave 4 came down fairly deep, but it was proportional to its wave 1. It was proportional. Okay? Excuse me, wave 1 and 2. This wave 2 and that wave 4 are proportional, so that's fine. Even though this was very deep. It's fine. Then we had a wave 5 that took the high, boom. I didn't. Let me talk about the wave 4. The wave 4 created hidden bullish divergence right there. You see it? Boom. Okay. And then your wave 5 came up and made a lower high in the RSI, higher high in price. That creates bearish divergence. Okay. Those are signs of reversal. Those are signs of, that's wave structure we are used to seeing. Okay. Now that's the weekly chart. Now let's look at current situation. All right. Now what you've got here is, you got a high here. Boom. The problem is, of course, the regular divergence for this wave was taken out by an extended 5th wave. But nevertheless, you have a high in the RSI. It came back with a wave 4 low. Boom. And it created hidden bullish divergence. Right there. Boom. That's perfect. Then we had another move to the upside that created a lower high in the RSI, creating bearish divergence, higher high in price. Now, what's interesting is that on the weekly chart, we have hidden bullish divergence. So we have some hidden bull right here. That's hidden bull. So that's what I'm talking about when I say, hey, listen, the bullish hope is that this right here is the wave 4 of the 3rd wave. So that means this is wave 4 of the larger wave. We're looking for another high. So that could be, you could argue that. We've got hidden bullish divergence on the weekly. Now, is it ready to go? Is it ready to shoot the moon? Is this buy zone? Is this it? I mean, I'm not saying yes or no. I'm just saying that's the hope on the weekly chart. We could have several weeks of price action here where we need to resolve this bottom over the next several weeks before any bullishness comes back. Okay, notice right here, look how many weeks this bottom took to resolve. How many weeks was that? Let's just count them. Not counting this bearish candle, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks. 9 weeks it took for this bottom to resolve and the bullishness to come back. Okay? So don't think that you're not going to have an opportunity here. And don't think that this is just going straight down. It's never going to stop. No, price, guys, chill out. The price always comes back. In some manner, it always comes back. Now, here's the deal. It did come back on the daily. In other words, we had a very bearish daily. Okay, and it did come back. And it retested the breakout. Now, what it's done is it's rejected off of its breakout. But it's rejected in what appears to be 3 waves on the 4-hour up to the daily. Let's look at the 4-hour chart here. The wave structure right now is showing a 3-wavishness. A, B, C, right there, that has not taken this low out. Is it possible that we can count this as a 5-wave impulse? It is possible, but it's not pretty, but it's possible. But let's just say, for instance, that could be 5 waves. It's in my world, that's not 5 waves, but it could be. And this could be, you got a 1, 2 down the wick, 3, 4 with an extended 5th wave. I think it's more likely that this is actually just 3 waves. Boom. Then, what do I have here? I've got when I'm looking at this, I see 5 waves here. That's 5 to me. We'll zoom in and analyze that wave shortly. But nevertheless, can you interpret that in 3? Yes, you can. A, B, really long C. Okay. 3, and then 3. So what you've got here is a 3, 3, 3. That's a WXY correction. Complex correction. You've got a great proportionality here between wave W and wave X. Pretty much to the 1-to-1 extension. Might have a little bit more to go, but pretty much 3 waves. And what you could be seeing here is this could be an X wave of a larger move to the upside. In other words, you could be seeing this right here where this is a W and this is an X. And we're looking for Y, or this is actually, this low is going to get taken out, and I think that's more likely that this low gets taken out. And this becomes a flat correction where you got 3 up, 3 down that takes the low, and then looking for 5 up. And it's going to go up fast and furious. It's going to go up and get everybody bullish again. It's going to retest the top. Okay? May not go that high. It may be a truncated something. Okay, we'll talk about different scenarios here, but this could be a truncated C or an extended C. Doesn't matter. And then all of a sudden you have what you have is a leading diagonal followed by a 3-wave pullback ready for real bearishness. And that's another bullish count in the near term, but it would fake out the top. Now, here's something interesting is that if that larger wave 4 that I talked about at the top of this, beginning of this analysis plays out and we get a flat that comes, this goes up in 3 waves that takes the top. Okay, like that. And that could happen right there. That's another bullish. Now what that would do, if we didn't take the bottom here, which I would recommend to market makers not to take that bottom, and then we go up to take the top, that would leave open 2 counts. That would leave open the idea of bullishness to the upside, a bunch of people playing the breakout because we got a 1 and we got a wave 2, and the low didn't get taken out. So because that low doesn't get taken out, we would have the expectation of a potentially 5 waves. We'd be looking for 5. But if they stopped here with 3 and then shot down, that would screw everybody over. Okay? But if they did that, you could have a larger wave 4 on your hands, and then they could shoot the moon from there on the weekly chart for the final move to the upside coming into the summer with a bearish second half of the year. So they shoot this up, go hit their final targets, screw everybody up with this kind of wave action, and then go hit those final targets everybody's looking at. That's if on the weekly, what we're dealing with, it would look something like this. Boom, 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 like that. I don't know that that's going to play, but that would be nasty. And then if I got something this size up here, then I could see this final wave taking place, because this structure would become to be bigger and acting like a wave 4 of a larger degree. And I would expect that. I would say, okay, that is possible. So that's the bullish, that's the bull's hope right there. No longer, though, do I believe that this is a wave 4 of a fifth wave. No. Rather, the only bullish count I can see from at this point is that this is a wave 4 of the entire move. And I think it needs to be bigger. I think this needs to flag out. Something like this. And do something like that. Now, this wave could stay shallow up here, or it could get deep, come down here. Either would be fine. But if it comes deep, I need to see it V-shape. I need to see it wick or V-shape. If it stays shallow, we're good. And it could just slowly kind of melt up to the upside and go up and hit that 145, 150 target we've been looking at for a while. Okay? So that's what I see, guys. That's the bullish hope right there. The bears now, the bearish count here, just to be fair to all sides. Not fair, but guys, let me give you a piece of advice. This is free, and it is financial advice. It's psychology advice. And this is, if you find yourself having an opinion about the chart, how many of you out there have an opinion? Every one of you, right? Every one of you have an opinion. And if you find yourself having a very strong opinion, what you need to do to protect yourself from falling prey to your wrong opinion, becoming that opinion becoming a liability to you, a problem for you, you need to challenge your opinion. You need to challenge it. In other words, if you're an ultra bull, have you taken time to actually set aside your bullishness and try with all your might to look at the market from a bearish perspective and say, could this be bearish? Could I be wrong? I'll tell you, until you learn how to do that, and until you learn how to be neutral in your view of the market, it's okay to have a bias. And it's okay to let that bias say, hey, this is what I believe and this is why I believe it. You need to have another voice in your mind that says, but listen, if I begin to see this, or this, I have to change that bias and I need to be able to shift my mindset. This game is all about psychology, guys. And the wave structure that you're seeing on the chart is designed to screw your psychology so you make bad decisions with your money. That's what this is all about. Why do you think over the last week or two, we've had such volatility up and down? Every time it goes up, the bulls get excited. And every time it goes down, the bears get excited. Every time it goes up, the bulls the bears get scared. Okay, and every time it goes down, the bulls get scared, and all of that is just a psychological roller coaster for you to ride. But if you learn that you can make money when the market goes up and you can make money when the market goes down, you don't care which way it goes. You just want to know which way it's going. That's the difference between an investor in crypto and a trader. I personally like the trading world. I am a trader. So listen, I don't care if Bitcoin goes up and I don't care if it goes down. I really don't. I don't have any skin in the game, not any. All of my money, in fact, right now is sitting on the sidelines. I don't have any money in the game. And so I'm making all of my trading decisions. I'm making them, all my trading decisions, without any bias and emotional attachment to crypto. I'm simply looking at what's going on and saying, this is what I believe and this is why I believe it. And I'm not attached to any emotionality at all. And that's there's freedom in that, guys. There's freedom in that. And if you need that kind of guy in your life, be honest with you, you need that kind of voice in your life because if you're honest, you're emotional in your decision making. You're emotional in your technical analysis. You have emotions. You allow those emotions to change what you think and change the way you look at the market. And if you do, you're in a very, very scary place. Okay. So that's the warning and that's the teaching there. If you need some more rational heads in your, if you need some rational voices in your mind, come join my Discord. One of the things that people who come into my Discord, they tell me is that when I came in here, I was messed up in my mind, but at least now what I have is I'm not as fearful and emotional when it comes to the movements of the market anymore. And that's one thing a lot of guys tell me what they take away from my group. And if you need help with that, let me know. Okay. MK Journal, good to have you and then you're gonna have to rewind to get the answer to that because I just finished a 40-minute diatribe talking about wave structure. Okay, I spent a little 5 minutes warning you guys about emotionality and your opinions, and now let's do a little deep dive in this wave structure. Now I've given you things to think about. I've given you two ideas. Let me give you those ideas here very quickly. And that is this wave right here. I do not believe it is a wave 4 of a fifth wave. I don't believe that at all. That is not my system. That is not my belief system. Rather, I believe it is more likely that this is a wave 4 of the larger wave 5, or this is the beginning of a downward move. Okay, so either the bullish hope is that this is a wave 4 of this larger move. In other words, this is 1, that's 2. All of this is wave 3. Wave 3 ends here. This is a wave 4 that could be done or has more shenanigans to play. Okay. And then looking for wave 5. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Chemo. That's my point. This is too big and too deep for this to be a wave 4 of the fifth wave. Rather, this is a wave 4 of a larger degree, if it's a wave 4 at all. And it could be. It's possible. I'm allowing that for a possibility. But I think it's much more likely that this is a wave A of a larger bear market that's coming. That doesn't mean we won't have a revisit of the top. It just means that I think this is a wave A. Yeah, I have, and I have, Chemo, good question. Have I looked at it like 3 waves? Yes, I have. And I settled personally on 5 waves, not 3 waves. And I won't go too deep into that, but I did, my final analysis was that it was 5 waves. Each move up was 5 and not 3. But yes, and I could be wrong on that, but I don't think I'm wrong on that. And especially if that's the case, this is broke. I do not see this as three waves. Oh yeah. Yeah, it could. No. Oh no. I wouldn't. I wouldn't do. I wouldn't see it that way. And the reason I wouldn't see that as threes, because we don't have any overlap. So the way I'm seeing it, it would have to be a diagonal for that to be. Or I guess, and again, I'm not as how do I say it? I'm not as adept in WXYXZ's triple corrections. So if this is a 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, that could be a WXYXZ, which is a triple correction. Yeah, I got you. I don't think that's the case. In fact, when I do the analysis on those waves, it looks much more like every wave has an extended fifth, and that's what you're seeing. I don't think this is 333, though I see where you're coming from. But I think the reason it looks that way is because every wave has an extended fifth wave in it. The character of this wave is an extended has extended fifths. Like right here, for instance, you got a 1, 2 right down here, 3, 4 extended fifth. Boom. Okay. Same thing here. You got a little tiny 1, 2, 3, 4 extended fifth. Boom. Okay. So that's why I was kind of calling for an extended fifth. And so 1, 2, 3, 4. And you didn't get an extended fifth in this one. I was kind of looking for the possibility of wave 4 with an extended fifth and didn't get it. Yeah, Ryan. I mean, that is a possible. Oh, amen. MK Journal. That's awesome. Awesome. I think that counts. Let's do some small time analysis here, guys. So yeah, I think I talked about that, Ryan. That the bulls are looking at this as a 1-2, right? A 1-2, boom. So are we gonna get wave 3 here? Is wave 3 coming in? Because that's possible. I see S&P as possible for hitting the highs as well. But anyway, it's all possible. But now the question is, what's the likelihood, right? But the way this has come down, with the weekly close that it gave, it's just really, really bearish. But here's the deal. I think it would be the smartest thing in the world for the market makers to go up in 3, A, B, C like this, and go up, and with this C wave to go up fast. Because they would certainly fake out and even take the high. But you got to be careful, because this could turn into an A, B, C, like that. But wouldn't mind seeing this do that and then roll over and come down. And that would be very, very similar to a time period I remember very, very well. Let me just go back in the chart here. Right here. See that right there? We had a 3 wave off the top, and look, 3 waves back up. This was top of wave 1, okay, of wave 3. And so you got this move right here, boom, and then it rolled over, continued down, and it turned into a W, X, and a Y. Then you had a flat right here. That was a W wave. This is the X wave. And then you had your Y wave as a flat here as a larger W, X, Y. Correction. So this kind of wave right here is what, but even higher would be good. But what I'm saying is that the current price action could be the beginning of a larger move down like this. That if we get a correction back up, we could see more down. And it just goes down. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, guys. That's what I believe. That this even could be a flat. And that could be an A wave right here. And now we're setting up what we have here is a B wave. A, B, and then C. Back to the upside. But it's going to be followed more likely as a W, X, and looking for a Y wave. Everybody gets real bearish. And then get an X wave. Y wave. And that could be a 3-wave correction. And that could be an A or a W followed by an X and then a Y. And this, guys, right here, this scenario right here is the multi-year bear market that I've been talking about the last so many lives. There it is. It's a multi-year bear market. And this is just the beginning of it. This is just the beginning stages right there. What this does, this allows for accumulation, particularly right in here, between 70K and 15K in accumulation range. Distribution and then accumulation. Okay? What that allows for the distribution and reaccumulation. It also allows for years to take place between now and Trump's presidency. Things have just gotten started. And they can put all the pieces in play and all the pieces together. So that crypto can rise to the new economy, to the new foundation of the economy. But first, there has to be a death to the dollar. Okay, there has to be a death to the markets. Money has to transfer out of the markets. But listen, they don't want to buy. Listen, the big boys don't want to be buying crypto at these highs. This isn't where they're buying. And our government that says, hey, we're gonna have a strategic reserve. Number one, we don't have anything in our Constitution that allows for the purchase of crypto. Even though they said we're going to have a crypto reserve, they haven't talked about purchasing crypto. They're just talking about using the crypto that they have seized from investigations and things like that. The crypto they already have, that's going to be in the stockpile. They're not talking about buying. In fact, we don't even have in the United States for our strategic crypto reserve, we don't even have the power with our Constitution to use crypto as money and to hold it as our financial backing. That legislation has to go through, and there has to be actual real law created by our government in order to allow that to happen. But there's talk of it, and so everybody's getting bullish. Well, listen, that talk, you sell, that they need, in order to do that, they've got to establish the ability to buy it, and secondly, they have to actually buy it and create the reserves, and they need to drive the prices lower in order to do that. So that's an argument for the prices need to go lower in order for all, this world to move to the crypto, for the United States at least, to move to the crypto, and then for the, the dollar, the DXY as we know it, not the DXY, but the US dollar as we know it has to die, and then a new currency has to rise out of the ashes of that death. Guys, y'all remember, I keep showing you, but let me show you again. I should have it queued up right here. The 1988 Economist cover. You guys know the cover, don't you? Where you've got the Phoenix. Let me see. Here's a good one right there. There it is. This is the cover of the Economist magazine back in 1988. Get ready for a world currency. And you've got a phoenix. There's a lot of imagery here, but you've got a phoenix rising out of burning dollars. All currency. These are world currencies, and they're dollars, and they're burning up. And he's got a coin around his neck in the year 2018. It's a new currency rising out of the ashes. So currencies have been dying and in the death throes since 2008. The death really happened. We got put on life support in 2008, officially, after that cardiac arrest in 2008. Well, time has to, and global things have to happen for the plan to be take place. But the New World Order is going to be digital currency, where they have complete control over our money. Is it going to be crypto as we know it? Is it going to be BTC as we know it? I don't know. Probably not. Down the road, probably. But this is the beginning stages of it. So that's coming, guys. This is coming. The death to the dollar is coming. We're living through it now. But that's going to create financial chaos all over the world. No, that's right, Chemo. That's right, Camel. So anyway, this death is coming, and we need a long-term bear market too to kill the rest of the crap coins. There needs to be a crypto winter that brings death. There needs to be a death to these crap coins. So that's right, Camel. That's exactly, you said. There needs to be chaos coming, and there is chaos. There's global chaos coming. Wars and rumors of wars on the way, guys. Jesus told us about it. There is unstable, scary times coming. I don't know when and how, but they're on the way. But the markets aren't going to last. This system is going to fail. And Tariffs are probably just the pinprick of the bubble, right? Tariffs are probably just the pin to pop the bubble. Or aliens. Chemo, yeah, I love it, love it. Yeah, that could be coming. All right, guys. So anyway, as investors, and understanding the way waves move, when I look at a chart like this, there's two things I see. When I just looking at this, what would I expect to see? What I would expect to see is some kind of a move back up and then more down. That's what I would say. I wouldn't look at this current chart and say, oh, we're ready to do this now. I wouldn't. As a wave structure analyst, that's not what that looks like. This does not look like this. That's not what I would expect. We already have the look of 5 waves finished. Boom, some kind of pullback, continuation. Multi-year bear market is what I predict. The top is in. Or very, very close. We could, in that correction, hit the top and then reduce something like this, but in 3 waves. Now, it could be argued that this was 3 waves. Boom, 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 right there. That was 3. You could argue that. But you can't argue that this is 3. No. This is a 4. That's a 5. Boom, boom, boom. Kevin, only since this weekly close have we been tipped off. Have the bears been tipped off to this? So I would expect a retrace of this candle. Probably some kind of local correction before down. Now, in other words, it's not going to look too perfect here. We're going to get some green here. Now, if that green goes up quickly in the next week or two, like taking out this level here, in this zone right there, watch out for another crash, or that could be the 5th wave you're looking for. But I don't think so. I don't think that 5th wave is coming personally, but I'm at least open for it. But no, only till this weekly close did anything look. It was looking very bullish until that weekly close. Okay. It was looking too good for this to be a wave 4 and then go up. So now we got to see. This is deep. And this is powerful. We got to see a change. But hey, Sean, what's up, buddy? Still in New York? Going to be looking for some bottoming action here. Like in here. That's what I would love to see. If we're going to go up, I need to see some bottoming action over the next 2. This took 9 weeks, guys. That took 9 weeks. But I think it's more likely that we get some kind of wave like that. Some kind of and then more down. That's what I see, personally. Kevin, that's exactly right. The news was bullish, but the price action wasn't moving. Why? Yeah, news. Let me give you all the bullish news so you want to buy, so you can sell into people buying. Bullish news at the top, baby. Bullish news at the top. All the bearish news was everything's crypto's dead. Bearish news at the bottom, so they could buy to you selling. Bullish news at the top, so you can buy while they sell. Well, enjoy that time, brother. Enjoy that time with your son. Hello to your son if he's listening with you. Hello. Okay. Let's do some small time frame wave analysis. Then let's do some correlation analysis here on the. So small time frame. What you're really hoping for is this being an A, B, and a C. That's what you're really hoping for, small time frame. What you're not hoping for is some kind of a pullback here and then more down. Because if that goes down again, that's just, I mean, there should be a pullback. There will be a pullback. Guys, we're more than likely going to revisit 100K, guys. We're going to revisit 100K. More than likely. But it might be months before we get there. Now, there is a scenario, I just drew it, that it could be a couple of weeks before we hit 100K again. Boom, boom, boom. That's ideal. But that doesn't mean buy. This is a buy zone. That means this could be very strongly a sell zone as we get a three-wave move in the next several weeks back up to 100K. That could be a sell zone. That could be a take profit zone if you haven't sold your bags. So, okay, let's do some correlation analysis. Let's look at XRP, Ethereum, and ADA, and then go ahead and put your requests in the chat now, and I'll get to as many of those as I can. An hour of analysis for Bitcoin. Now let's Yeah, we totally could keep falling from here, but we could get this could become a three-wave move right here, back up to 100K range. And go back and look at I already showed you on the chart, but go back and look at this move right here. That little three-wave move right in there, that's the move I'm talking about. But a much bigger one. A wave structure. Much bigger. Something like that. Yeah, I'll do the traditional markets for sure. Okay, let's do XRP quick. Okay. Sorry, just look at a small time frame. Let's go to the 4 hour. All right, I did some trend line analysis here earlier. What you've got here is a bottom support trend line here. Got a support line here. If we get a break above this trend line, I'm looking for the next area to be up here. Maybe we want to watch that, right? And if it breaks above that, we get more bullish. We get bullish again. But if this area holds and we break down, we're gonna remain bearish. Okay, this could be a top. This could be 3 waves, A, B, and C. And this could be very bearish. If that trend line breaks to the downside, that's very bearish on XRP. Zooming out to the 2-week chart, let me get on a different chart that has more time. You'll notice, guys, here's the thing, and I've been talking about this. Been talking about this with XRP for a bit now. And that is, we had an initial wave. This was wave A, and this right here was a 3-wave WXYB. And now we're in the middle of a C wave to the downside. And C needs to come down here. Boom, 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 before we go up. This wave could take quite a while. Again, part of a multi-year bear market. This weekly, let's see. That weekly close, that's a bearish engulfer, guys. That's not a good close. I would expect during the week some kind of a retrace of this candle back up to 250 sometime this week. But I would expect this wave to probably continue down. But that bearish engulfer is scary. Okay? There's a and that looks like these lows need to be taken out. We go to the small time frame, see what the wave is doing here. Yeah, that's not ready for anything. It didn't look good. It could be an ABC ready for another wave down. This looks like a flat. All right. So that's XRP, guys. That's the bearish look. The bullish look, I mean, it's a 1-2. That's a bullish look. This is a wave 1. This is wave 2. That doesn't look great, but it's wave 2. And let's go. It probably needs a little bit more bottom action, maybe. But there we go. That's the bullish count. That this is a 1-2-1-2. I'm not a fan. But that could be a 1-2-1-2. And if we start getting going to the moon, then great. Fantastic. But I need to see. Let me get my trend lines back on here. Oh, I don't have them on this chart. I got them on this chart. Yeah, I got to see these trend lines getting broken. Got to see these trend lines getting broken to the upside. Okay, let's look at Ethereum. Same thing. I got some trend line analysis on here. I need to see, right now we've got a break to the downside. We got a break. We had a retest and a continuation to the downside. That's bearish. Okay. For me to get bullish again, I need to see, you see this first one. I need to see that break, and then I need to see this larger one break, and then I'm thinking, okay, we're bullish for a wave. So if this starts breaking up, great, fantastic. But I don't get bullish until this line gets broken and this one gets broken. That's when I get doubly bullish. I'm like, oh, okay, this is really bullish, at least for a wave, right? For a wave, it could be down after that, but at least I get bullish for a wave, and that could be months. This could be months of price action to the upside. So, but we need to see that. We need to see this trend break. It's got to break its pattern. Okay. So we need to see that trend break. Okay. Do an Elliott analysis on this wave. Something concerning me is that we've broken the larger trend, it looks like. Oh, no, we're threatening to break the larger trend. So this larger support line does not look good. It just doesn't look good. It looks like it's ready to break to the downside. And this looks like an initial wave to the upside, and this is A, that's B. Or B is in the middle of something more complex. So boom, and then we get something, more complex back to the upside. And then down again. Okay. So I guess the bullish hope is we find support here. Let me get to the weekly here. There we go. We find some kind of support here. It doesn't look good, but we find some kind of support and we go up for the final wave. It just doesn't look right. Okay. Ethereum doesn't look good, guys. It just right now, if things don't change, it just does not look good. This wave is ugly. Doesn't look finished for sure. I'd like to see some capitulation volume come in. It hasn't come in yet, but I'd like to see that come in. All right, guys. What are the requests here? What would you like to see? Let's do some. Let's do some of the standard markets here. Tesla, guys, is very, very. I mean, guys, I don't know if you guys have been around for my Tesla analysis, but I've been called. I was very bearish up here. I was looking at this wave as a WXY. Come on. I called this wave, and I got real bearish. And now I'm looking at this as a W. That's an X. Excuse me, not a WXY, but an ABC. Come on, my keyboard is not working. And A, B, and then C. I didn't mean to draw it down to 0, but yeah, it could be a running flat of some kind, but yeah, it's probably coming down deep. 100K is my first target. Not 100K, but $100. Sorry. So used to Bitcoin. But if that comes down here, that's definitely a buy zone. Okay. The only bullish way I can look at this is that this is some kind of a diag. It's the only way I can see this bullish. If that's a diag. I don't think it is, but I suppose that's possible. So maybe that's a diag. But I'm more inclined to a flat. Now, that flat I'm looking for 5 waves I'm looking for 5 waves here. So I guess the first real target is the 177. But the 1276 is $90. That's a decent target as well. All right, let's look at the NASDAQ and the S&P. Here's the S&P. Yeah, I look at this, guys, and I'm like, I got hidden bull down here. I could totally see this. I would really like it, to be honest with you, if one more high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, finished, done. One more high. Can we go? Can we do it? But when I look at that's what that looks like to me. It just depends on how deep this comes, right? How deep is this going to come? So if this wave a wave like that starts to form, then maybe. But if we can find some support here, even this is broken that trend there, that's okay, because usually the first break is not the real break, and then it goes up, hits the high, and then boom. So yeah, market rally here would be nice from a wave perspective, and then let's go. Then all hell breaks loose. This doesn't look like a top to me. It's not. Can I say it this way? It's not pointy enough. Now, if it starts diving here, I mean, Yeah, that's fine. It'll be pointy. get a little bit of a pullback, and okay, looking for something big. So it certainly could be a top. But I think from a wave structure standpoint, it would be really nice to see this as a 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me get a 5. DXY, US dollar. Let me look at the DXY with you, because I've been bullish on the DXY up to 111. We just front ran 111. I said 110 or 111, but we front ran the 111 mark I was looking for. We have a 3-wave move here, A, B, C. That looks finished. DXY looks down. Okay, this looks like at least a 1-to-1 extension. Down here, easy. $94 is real possible, guys, on the DXY. Then we'll have to see what from there, what's going to happen from there. But DXY is the trend will be down. Now, will it keep going down this hard and this fast? Probably not. This is the weekly chart, so we'll have some choppy weeks here. And, see that wave right there? We're going to get something like that, mimicking that. But yeah, that's the DXY for you. Looking for a, let's see, let's pull the retrace fibs on this guy. Yeah, I would say a 786, $94 is super likely, and lower, to be honest with you. But it's going to take a lot more time. I think $95 is a level to watch for sure, but this doesn't look good. I see this coming down deep. You're selling the dollar, man. The dollar you're selling it on this chart for now. I don't get bullish again until I see some kind of reaction somewhere around $97. If I get a reaction around $97 through the golden zone, maybe we're looking to buy the dollar for some highs. Maybe the dollar goes for an all-time scooch to the upside. That's the bullish look. Otherwise, this looks very bearish, especially if this trend line breaks. Watch out. We are coming down to the 200 weekly moving average. We're coming down to that. So DXY doesn't look good right now. So I'm bearish on the DXY for a while. Let's watch 96, $97. See what happens. Doesn't mean we won't have any kind of bounces on the small time frame. And this is the weekly chart, guys. So doesn't mean we can't have weeks of chart. Let me look at the 4-hour. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't mean we can't get a bounce in here on the 4-hour chart. It's ready for a bounce. So it's ready for a 4-hour bounce. You're at the golden zone retrace of that move to the upside. So, there's going to be some kind of, we also need a retest of the breakout here, more than likely in the 4-hour. So yeah, this is definitely a 4-hour kind of bouncy area, but I'd be looking to sell again once it retraces, once it pulls back in 3, I'd be looking to sell again, sell the dollar. Hey, Michael Anthony, I think I saw a comment from you higher. I just didn't get to read it earlier. Let me go back and read that. Banks, airlines, and so many other sectors hitting lows every day. Yeah. PFE, huh? What is PFE? Let's take a peek at that. Oh, it's Pfizer. I don't know, guys. It just depends on how Trump treats the yeah, that's definitely ready for a bounce. Couple of wave structures I see. See that right there? Oh, sorry. Let me show you what I'm seeing here. Is that wave structure right there? Kind of seeing that here. Probably more down. It could get a little higher than that. But I'm not seeing. I don't see this wave is a downward wave. I need 5 to happen, more than likely. So a pullback and more down. I'm not seeing $40. Though the 200 weekly moving average is around, it'll catch up there around $38 or so. I'm not as bullish as you are, Michael, on PFE, but on Pfizer. But I do see a pullback here coming. I do see some kind of wave, but more down coming. Sell it on a pullback, more than likely. Yeah, I agree, Kevin Jones. I'm kind of in agreement with that. I think people are waking up to the harm that pharma is doing to people. I know my family has, for sure. Of course, we didn't take the V word. I knew better than that. Hopefully, you guys knew better than that too. All right, let's look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ looks the most toppy out of all of them. Okay, because when I look at that, I see 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what could be here is that this is 4. I mean, this is 3. And we still have to make 4, so we need a fourth wave. A wave 4 and then a 5, but still nonetheless it looks ready for a big correction. So either this is wave 4 and that's 5 and it looks about finished, or this is top of 3, need a big correction. Then we eventually get another pump up. That looks toppy, man. That totally looks toppy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I need a correction here. Back down to these levels. And then maybe one more move. Trying to figure out the wave structure here of XRP. It's kind of trashy. This looks like a this looks like a flat here. And a stop hunt. I don't like it. It's ugly. Ugly in here. It's not finished. Slice, that's hilarious. I gave you a bullish count, man. I did. I gave you the bullish count. I tried to stay balanced in the live. I gave the bulls hope. But yeah. I do not like this wave structure. Weird. That's weird. See what Bitcoin's doing here. It's a nice three-wave shape there. All right, you got a list for me, Chemo? I didn't know if there is one tonight. Let's look at ADA quick. Now Link, I don't like Link. I mean, it has a real three-wavishness here, but here's what it did. I see some bullish hope here for Link. is so nasty. But Link's got, this is 3 waves right there. That's 100% 3. But that looks like 3. But it could also be 1, 2, 1, 2. In which case you get bullish. I don't like it though. But yeah, you could get bullish here. The wave structure is horrible though. Don't care for it. It's a huge volume spike there. But that looks like a 3-way pullback. So that's the bullet. That's a bullish hope there. This is 3. This is all day. All day. That's 3, and that's but is that 3? Are we now looking for 3 more down? Yeah, I know this is ADA. But I said I wanted to look at ADA. And then do the requests. All right, here's the deal. If this low gets taken out on ADA, that's bearish. Okay, if that low gets taken out. If that low doesn't get taken out and we start chooching up, that's bullish. It's at least more bullish. So, yeah. We're at the crossroads right here, baby, on ADA. Let's look at Link now. Link. Yeah, that doesn't look good, man. But here's something. A bullish hope here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could you get bullish here? I mean, you've got a certain 3 wavishness here. So, I mean, I tell you, the setup, you need to see this break. You need to see that break right there. You got to see that break. You get that break, you can get more bullish. And you need to see this hold. That needs to hold. So if this holds and that breaks, maybe we turn more bullish. Because we really didn't hit any targets to the upside. So I do see the possibility here of another. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. And then we can chooch down. So that's a real potential on Link. I don't think this is finished though. I don't think it's done. I think there's more down to come. But watch this line. Let's get some support on that line, baby. Because if it breaks down, then no go. Then I'm not a big fan. I'd be looking for some 3-wave back up I mean, it could still go up, but yeah. So I'm kind of I look at this chart and I'm bullish. I'm bullish on 80 on Link to some degree. The wave structure at least says to me, hey, I need to go up a little bit. Maybe this is ready to go up. I mean, I look at Link as the same kind of thing. I see that 3 and I'm like, okay. Let's get bullish a little bit once that breaks. Yeah. So I look at some of these alts, Link, maybe ADA, maybe, but I'm not sure. So I mean, guys, I mean that looks a little potentially bullish potential. It's got bullish potential, but it's not ready yet. Camel, that's probably right. It's a wave 2 or a B. It's not finished. But that looks decent for a potential move to the upside, maybe. A similar wave here, right there. See that? See that right there? That's kind of what you got going on here. Let's see if we get another 1-2 out of here. Let's go. That'd be nice for the Link people. Because this looks like it's kind of lagging. And I would like to see that for Ethereum as well. I'd like to see that for Ethereum. But it's got to get up and go. I need something to happen this week, next 2 weeks. I need to see a bottom form, and I need to see some breaking of structure to the upside. I really do. Otherwise, I just can't be bullish until it's time to be bullish. We're close. This is potential, but I gotta see the thing. I gotta see the support. Gotta see it. Just being honest with the chart, man. If that line breaks, no go, buddy. I change everything. If this trend line breaks, it's a no go. Take away all the hopium. Flush it down the toilet. Okay, and let's look at the Amazon stock. Amazon stock. The amazing stock. Yeah, that's done, dude. Ready for a correction. This is a quintessential. It's done, guys. It's finished. It's done. It looks really done. That looks scary bearish. That looks like a top. That looks like a top. And a continuation. This does not look good. This is down. This is sell your Amazon stock time. Non-financial advice. There could be a little pullback here, but that's a bearish chart. If I've ever seen one, that is one. All right, guys, there it is. There's the analysis. Did you enjoy Sunday night charts? Hit the likes, guys. Hit the likes. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for being with me. Chemo, thanks for being around. Appreciate you. As always, pop into the Discord here and there, buddy. We miss you. With that said, I hope you all have a fantastic evening. Behave yourself. And if you need some help in these uncertain times, come on into the Discord. We'd love to have you. And we can help you out. Sean, good to see you, buddy. Enjoy the rest of your time with your son. With that said, we'll have a great night, guys, and take it easy. Bye-bye. Yeah, you've been away too long, Chemo. You got to fix it.